So here's day 3 on Exponents, still reviewing the introductory stuff. This one's a slightly different example from the past 2 days. This is still considered your exponent here. Your exponent, physically speaking, will always be a smaller number in the top right hand corner, and that is telling you how many times to multiply the base to itself. I'm showing you the quantity half to the 4th power here. On this particular example, the base includes the parentheses. So if I were to actually write the quantity half to the 4th power, it would look something like this. And I would still multiply by in pairs. Half times half is 1/4. Half times half is 1/4. And then 1/4 times 1/4 is 1/16. And there you go. Now we're going to step it up just a bit. We're going to go to decimals really quick. Actually, we'll do one more fraction, excuse me. We'll do 2/3, the quantity 2/3, excuse me, squared. So this will be the quantity 2/3 times the quantity 2/3. And this is just multiplying. Okay, I'm going to go straight across this time. I usually don't do that, but 2 times 2 is 4, and 3 times 3 is 9. And there it is, 4/9. Okay. Now we'll try a decimal. Half cubed. Now when it comes to decimals, you're going to have to probably put a little bit more effort into this. So this is half times half times half. And you're going to actually have to start doing some multiplication. So let's do half times half. We're going to do this over here. So 5 times 5 is 25. So we write 25 down here. And then each factor has one place value in it behind the decimals. So that's a total of 2 place values behind the decimal. So our product will have a total of 2 place values. So right now we have 25 hundredths times half. So we're going to have to do this one more time. Let's scoot this over. So now I'm going to write the 25 hundredths here. I'm going to put the 5 halves underneath it. We're going to multiply. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry that 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Plus 2 is 12. So 1, 2, 5. Right across the bottom. Count your place values behind the decimal. That factor has 2 place values. This factor has 1 place value. So that's a total of 3 place values. So our product will have a total of 3 place values. So half cubed is 125 thousandths. We'll do one more similar to that. We'll do 2.5 squared. As a decimal. So that means 2.5 times 2.5. And we're going to go over here and write 2.5 over 2.5. And we're going to start multiplying. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 2 is 10. Plus 2 is 12. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry that 1. 2 times 2 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. Now we'll start adding. 5, 2, 6, and then we have one place value and a second place value in our factors. So that means we're going to have a total of 2 place values in our product. So we'll have 6 1/4, or 6 2500ths. Now I do have one more example here for you. Actually 2, excuse me. We've got 0 to the 51st place value. Now let's remember, the base is the number that's going to be repeating. So technically, you could write 0 51 times. But we're not going to do that because we're wise. We know enough that anytime you multiply by 0, even if it's just 1 0, the final product is 0. Okay? Now please don't get that mixed up with the following. The next part is a to the 0, and then we'll put, I don't know, let's go with the number 7. 7 to the 0. Now anytime a number is raised to the 0 power, other than 0 itself, this power will always equal 1. Okay, so now this rule down here doesn't apply to 0. 0 to 0 power is 0. But anything to the 0 power is 1. So if you like to make this z to the 0 power, that'll be 1. If you would like to change this to, let's say, 17 to the 0 power, that's 1. It's going to be equal to a unit, right? To a unit. All right, we've got one last example. This is an example that we've done already. This is x times y to the x minus z to the y plus x to the y. Make sure you write that down correctly. X is 2, y is 3, z is 4. Now let's go ahead and plug these numbers in correctly. We've got 2 times the quantity, 3 squared, minus 4 cubed, all plus 2 cubed. Order of operations, grouping symbols first, so 2 times 3 times 3 minus 4 times 4 times 4 plus 2 cubed. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. And 16 times 4 is 64 plus 2 cubed. We're still simplifying this. Now 2 times, and now we have to do 9 minus 64. You might as well take the time and do this over here. So we're going to borrow and rename, and so we're going to get 55. But 55 is a negative. Now we have to do our 2 cubed. So that's 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Now we're to our multiplication. 2 times negative 55. Well, 2 times negative 50 is negative 100. And then 2 times 5 is 10. So that's going to be negative 110 plus 8. And because this is a negative term and this is a positive term, we're going to subtract them. So that's going to be a negative 102. So there you go. I know I went quickly, and if you do watch this video at home, feel free to pause and rewind it or watch it once or twice, maybe even 3 times. But use it as much or as little as you need to help you understand what we're doing. All right? Best of luck to you.